What's up, everybody? It's me, Feather. Welcome to Get Feathered. It is time for a Libra 2023 deep dive. If you're here during the live, thumbs up. Click the live chat button down below. You never know what you're going to get from me. It is an 18 and up show. Please be 18 and up. Tarot is real. It is raw, and I am authentic. I'm going to tell you what I see and what I feel. If it's not for you and it doesn't resonate, that's okay. Go watch a different deep dive or one of my other channels here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your donation of love, and for purchasing readings with me. Y'all are absolutely amazing. Thank you for hanging out on my channels. Let's do it. Y'all ready? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Anne? How are you doing? All right. Reading starts at 2:15. 2:15. All right, so let's get into this. Libras. Doesn't matter where Libra is at in your chart. Let's see what is going on for 2023 for Libras. The most needed messages. We'll see if they come back out. All right, we got 10, 10, and 11. So 2023, it looks like you're closing out and completing cycles. You're completing cycles, completing projects. We'll see what that might be here in just a minute. And we'll see what tarot has to say as well. But numerology on this is good energy, new beginnings, cycles completing, cycles beginning, karma coming complete, taking responsibility for your actions, and ending things that need to be ended for you, okay? All right, so, well, I hope that the ending is to this heartache and pain that I'm seeing here already, okay? You could be dealing with a Virgo or have it heavily in your chart, or Sag, Aries, Leo, or Scorpio. Okay. So what I am seeing here, first off, is that there is a progression in your energy for 2023. The cool thing is that moving into 2023, throughout 2023, the energy is of, how do I put this? It's needing to make good choices for yourself, needing to make decisions based off of wisdom. Okay. Why do I say that? Because here moving into 2023, your history has been not making wise choices. You may not have been following your intuition. You may not have been listening to your own gut instincts or your own sage advice, knowing that you've had the experience, you've gone through the experiences, but you're just not listening to your intuition. You're not listening to your experience here. The Hermit is an experience card. You gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge through experience and life lessons. The Judgment in reverse says you haven't been making some wise decisions. And this has actually caused you most of your heartache and pain because you didn't listen to your fucking self. You didn't listen to yourself. Okay. So moving into the year, it's important that you make decisions based off of your experience, your wisdom. Listen to yourself. Take your own advice. What advice in life situations would you give to your best friend or your children? Take that advice. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's do a little bit of deep diving on this. Stick with this one. Okay. For 2023. Okay. This could be involving money or stability. Okay. Commitments, stability. Some of you haven't. Okay. In 2023, it's going to be very important for you to remember to take your own advice. Remember what you've gone through and let that guide you. Let your experiences guide you. Okay. Because there's a lot of things that you've done or choices that you have made throughout life or leading up to this point, maybe even in 2023, moving into in 2022, leading up to 2023, where you didn't take your time in things. You didn't take your time to make wise decisions. So it's time to slow it down. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't progress too fast in something. Take your time in things, and because that is, and it is involving things tangible. Okay? Because that's what needs to be healed here. That's what's creating a problem with your evolution or forward movement in your healing or in your life in general, when it comes to commitments, money flow. Yeah, that was the burden. That was the issue. All right. So it's being able to set strong boundaries. Some of you have repeated this cycle often throughout your life, and you should know better. Take your time. Don't move too fast. Take your time. Focus forward. Don't move too fast in 2023. Slow and steady wins the race, especially when it comes to finances. Like if you are overwhelmed financially, if your financial abundance is offset, if you're behind on payments, you feel like you're getting into debt, be careful with how you spend your money. Watch your budget. You've done these things multiple times. So it's time to move away from this energy where you haven't had, you've gone through these experiences. It sounds general and vague, but it could have been in relationships. It could have been employment. It could have been involving your money altogether, your decisions in regards to how you spend your money, how you played a game of life. You know what I mean? But it's caused you some distress or some sort of unrest here, where moving into the year, you're telling me energetically that it's very important that you move away from this feeling of some of you feel incomplete. You don't feel like something is right. Some of you feel incomplete financially or instability in the 3D. You're not content with where you're at with what you have. Okay. But if you move too fast, or if you struggle through things and you try and force things, that's what causes the heartache or the struggles, okay? Financially or in relationships, because you try and do too much, you try and overwhelm yourself, or you try and overcome obstacles, okay? But some obstacles do not need to be overcome. These are these are things I need you to remember in 2023. Your best advice, your sage advice from your life experience that you would give to another person, take that advice for yourself this year. Okay? For instance, somebody wants to change their job, adult child or something. You explain the importance of make sure you have another job and you have money and savings as a padding, and you give yourself that 2-week notice so that you can have that extra paycheck coming in after you start the new job. You explain these things and why it's important, okay? But for yourself, it's almost as if you just jump out of one job, then you're left looking for a job. And then, so your advice you need to take this year. That's an example. So it's like you overwhelm yourself or you cause yourself stress. And a lot of you are impatient. But you're closing out these cycles this year. Which is what you're moving away from. You're closing out these cycles. So it's a little bit of a challenge for 2023, moving into 2023. But throughout 2023, you will be moving away from these challenges. It could be financial distress. It could be the fact that you're just moving too fast, not paying attention, getting impatient, trying to force things to happen. And that causes you problems. It hurts. Causes problems in relationships, causes problems financially. Then you're trying to figure out how to pay your bills, that kind of stuff. You need to set strong boundaries for yourself. Some of you trying to build an empire. Some of you are trying to get into a long-term committed relationship. But you need to be your own structure and authority. And you need to remember to regulate yourself. Regulators! Mount up! You need to regulate yourself this year. Mount up and regulate, okay? And this is being successful moving forward away from whatever it is that causes you this overwhelmment, the struggles. Some of you have been struggling financially. Again, remember to take your own best advice. What you would say to a person that you truly love and care about, take that advice for yourself, okay? You've already had the experiences. You give great advice. You have the wisdom. You typically make wise choices. But in regards to something, you ain't making great choices. You haven't been for a little bit. You've repeated these cycles, and it's caused you a lot of heartache or pain, stress, anxiety. Okay, you're gonna be moving away from it successfully. Let's put this up here. I like that. You will be. But in order to get out of it in 2023, just remember to make wise decisions, okay? Make wise decisions. That's going to help you move forward. It's you learn life lessons for a reason, right? You learn lessons so that you can gain the knowledge, so that you know not to do those things again. That's what you're doing here. You're completing these cycles, tying them up so that you can move forward successfully. Some of you will be a success in something that you're trying to do financially. Some of you are just wanting to move. Some of you are wanting to move. Tell me why you're not listening to your own advice here. Why is this advice? What is this? Knowledge. Lack of knowledge, not listening to your intuition, not following your guidance. All right. Okay. There's that emperor again, that structure and authority. So you may be a business owner, head of a household. You are the structure and authority in your life, yes. But you have to put in strong boundaries. You have to make sure that you are regulating yourself. Ain't nobody else going to come in and tell you, you need to stop overspending. Really? Look at what you've been doing. You've done it multiple times. You're continuing to get yourself into debt. What the fuck are you doing? You know? You're not going to have anybody come in to, I mean, most adults aren't going to, and especially not if you're a business owner or you're head of a household. Ain't nobody going to come in and tell you what to do. It's you've already learned these things. What advice would you give to your children or your best friends? Take that advice this year, because it's going to help you move forward into something or away from some sort of situations that are causing you some unrest or some discontent. Now, you are not listening to your intuition. Your intuition is trying to speak to you, okay? You could even have younger individuals trying to tell you, I mean, maybe you're a single parent, okay? But I feel like you're trying to push the envelope here. Maybe you're trying to take care of some of you are learning something new this year. Some of you might be going back to school or learning something new, a new skill set or a new trade. That's just an offset for some of you. 2023 is going to be about listening, learning how to listen to your intuition. Learning how to feel yourself through things. Who else got that message? Somebody else, I think, got that message. Fred is actually saying this is a time, 2023 is, yes, you are closing out cycles of trying to struggle and push the envelope. You've overwhelmed yourself, you've overdone yourself, you've outdone yourself, and possibly have done it multiple times in relationships or connections. All kinds of situations. You've already learned that this is what you do. Or you will be very soon, within the first 3 months of 2023. Yes, you will be successful at moving away from this. However, this year is about you learning how to feel yourself through things. You have to learn how to listen to your intuition. And a lot of you are so used to forcing things or, determination and drive, okay? You're so used to getting things done, handling things, taking care of stuff. This year, you need to drop down into your feeling center and learn how to work yourself through problems with your feelings, with your emotions. Get my new book, Oh Please Be Your Own Hero. It's right there on the shelf behind me. Link is in the description. It is a manifesting survival guide. I teach you what you do, and I have strategies in there to assist you in how to get out of your own way. One of the hardest things to do for most people, one of the hardest things for me to explain is your intuition. And how do you know? How do you know it's your intuition? You just know. For some people, it could come in as ideas or thoughts just out of the blue. Like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? I didn't even think about that. Sometimes you can go through an entire day and be extremely productive and don't know where it all came from, don't know how you had the energy to get it done. You may not have even stopped to eat. It's just, it happened, you know? You got it all done. You don't know how it happened. That's your intuition guiding you. It guides you from one thing to the other, 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 to the other. That's when you're tapped in, okay? This year, you need to feel yourself through things. Sometimes it's a feeling. So this year, universe says, feel yourself through situations. So an example would be, Well, I always tell you, the people who listen to your heart. Listen to your heart where it's calling you and all of that stuff. Yeah, you listen to your heart. What does that even mean? What means you're going to feel it here. You're going to feel good here. That warm and fuzzy feeling, that expansive feeling, or that warm and fuzzy feeling when it feels good right here in your bagel space, in your heart space. Totally different from stomach, gut punch, kind of I want to vomit feeling when it's tight and clenched here in your stomach or your solar plexus, as opposed to warm and fuzzy opening up. So learning how to listen to your intuition is going to be very important this year, especially in regards to love. Love. Because a lot of you are telling me your heart's been shut down for some time, which causes you to make bad decisions, which hurts your heart, which causes you to make bad decisions. Okay? So when your heart is shut down, or when your heart has been broken for some time, it's hard to feel that intuition. It's hard to hear your intuition because, well, it's shut down here. Your intuition is your feeling center. Your heart center is where your soul resides. Okay? Your soul energy, you're going to feel it here. Your soul will never guide you in a negative way. Never, never. Your soul will not go along with you on trips when you are being negative. It's not going to budge. It is nothing but solid love, joy, peace, bliss, and happiness. And when you are not in that vibration, or even remotely close, you will not hear your guidance. So some of you haven't been hearing your intuition for a long time. Some of you haven't been able to make those decisions, so you've had to buck up and just force yourself through life and just get through shit with determination and power, because you've been carrying a heart space that needs to be healed. Some of you have a lot of trust issues that you're carrying. Trust issues could be from anything. Okay? So, what's up, Brenda? Hey, is that Levi? What's up, Levi? Or Levy? Whatever's. BJ? So this year, you need to learn how to open up your heart center again. So let's look at that, since that seems to be the issue. Getting these daggers out, taking these swords out, letting go of these thoughts, doubts, fears, worries, concerns, and insecurities that have kept you from hearing your intuition. The messages are there. You're just blocking them because, well, you're in pain. So you've shut your heart center down at some point in the past. Okay. All right. So some of you haven't had much motivation. You haven't really felt like some of you were dealing with a tricky situation. That's go a little bit more vague for me. Okay. All right, shit, I am going to end up spilling my coffee again. Please don't. Please don't. Oh my God. I'm going to end up spilling my coffee again. I did yesterday. You never know what you're going to get here. It is a live show. Okay. This could have been somebody that you were married to. Okay. This could have been something that happened back in childhood, way back. Okay. Could have been involving family life, your home life, growing up. You may have moved a lot. For some of you, you may have moved a lot. Some of you may have been in a lot of relationships. Some of you may have moved a lot. This is very specific, and I'm trying to make it vague. Okay. Okay. Some of you, this is going back for 10 months to 10 years. Some of you back to childhood. Some of you may not have been given the opportunity, or you don't know, like, it's really hard for you to balance yourself, or it has been hard for you to balance yourself because you're carrying pain from way, way back. This could have been a marriage, could have been your family life, and damn, I really feel like you didn't have some sort of stability. Like you don't know what to hold on to. Like, I don't know. You've learned so much throughout your life, though. But what you don't do is listen to your intuition. You don't listen to your experiences, regardless of your intuition. You don't pay attention to the things that you've learned and allow that to assist you in certain areas of your life. So it's almost as if you desire stability. You desire a 10 of cups. Yes, you desire happiness and home life, bliss, joy, happiness. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with another person. It could be with your family, with your friends, with a partner. It could be all different kinds of things. But it's like there's no stability, or there's lack of some sort of stability in the 3D. This is what I'm feeling. I'm not going to say that. Some of you, there could have been some of you, there could have been some childhood abuses that happened that actually assisted you. And I love you all. There could have been some childhood abuses that happened. Some abuse that happened during your childhood that caused you to twist reality, or see that the dream, or how do I put this? What you see. No, that's not how to put it, Fred. How to make it easy. Make it easy. What has happened to you, for some of you, in your past, in relationships or in your family. Some of you, it was childhood traumas. Okay? Whatever those were. May have caused you to see, or your sense of family and home life and stability and happiness looks totally fucking different than most people's. Let's just put it that way. So you really don't, you've gone through the experiences. You know what it is you're desiring, but it's almost as if you don't know how to get there. And this is what's causing some pain. What's up, Jazzy? So you're not sure how to manifest it. You're not really sure how to manifest happiness in your life, or happiness with another person. Or maybe you don't even know what happiness looks like, or true happiness or bliss, or what home life looks like, or what is it supposed to be like if you've never experienced it. That kind of energy. Whatever this is that you've gone through, you are overcoming it. Okay? In 2023. It's like I don't even know how to put down roots, or I don't know how to be happy. Okay? You've learned enough at this point in your life to know what it is you truly desire. for a Ten of Cups. You know enough from your life experiences. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Just let me tell you this. You have gained enough experience and made enough decisions to know for the universe to bring you something that will make you truly happy. Okay? You have experienced enough for it. The universe is like a computer. It saves all of that data. It knows every time you're excited about something, every time and I don't care if it's something you see on TV, a movie, something your friends tell you, something you hear on the radio, it saves all of that data. The universe knows how to bring you things to make you happy. So you've been struggling trying to do it yourself. I love y'all. When you need to just trust the universe, okay? Oh. Excuse me for a second. Idiots. Don't bring that shit to my channel. Y'all, you're going to be stupid, do it somewhere else. Somewhere else. Okay, so here's the deep dive on this, Libra. A lot of you are unsure of what's going to make you happy. You're not sure what to manifest. Maybe you've dealt with a lot of manipulators, a lot of people a lot of situations that lack stability. You may have even manifested people that just used you for sex, or maybe even you used sex instead of love. Sex was love, that kind of thing. Whatever your situations are, you have power energy here, which means you are a powerful manifester. It's just in reverse. The Chariot, which means you can move forward and you can be victorious at it. Okay? This energy can be shifted in 2023. But the thing is you've been struggling, most of you, for a very long time with trying to force situations. You were forcing situations to be happy. You were trying to figure it all out yourself and trying to make it happen. You were trying to force happiness and trying to make it happen. You've learned enough by now to know that you cannot force people to love you. You cannot force people to change. You cannot control situations. This is what you're learning. Because all of that force and all of that overwhelmment and trying to force a dynamic of happiness, some of you, it was trying to manipulate. You were trying to manipulate it or force it to happen, and it wasn't going to happen. It wasn't meant for you, okay? This could have been situations over your entire life that you tried to make it something. You tried to make it fit. You tried to make it fit or make it work, and it. The word of the year so far is redirection. I don't see that you're sad. I don't see that I see that you're carrying some heartache, okay? But I don't see that you're dragging it along. You're dragging it. You are wanting to be victorious, and you are very determined. You're a very determined Libra that wants to make shit happen. I want to be happy. I want to make happy. I want to have happy. I want to get it done. Your energy this year is to open up your heart space so that the universe can guide you gently and easily through things. We are now in a new earth. We are in a new age. A new dynamic is happening here. We have been in a vibrational reality for a long time. For as long as we've been alive, everybody. But we are just now learning this. This is what the art of manifesting is. Deliberately asking for and allowing the universe to bring it to us. It is a process, and it is different from forcing shit to happen. But with all of the energy, you're telling me the universe knows exactly how to make you happy, to bring you to a 10 of cups. But you haven't either known how to manifest it, or you haven't been able to. Some of you may be upset that it's not manifesting the way that you want it to. It's not showing up in ways that you want it to. It's not coming together the way I want it to. So you're trying to force it way too much. I need you to just breathe, okay? The deep dive here is some of you, you've tried to force happy. And you've tried to make happy because you didn't know what happy was, or you were unsure of what you would be happy with. The universe is like, I need you to open up your heart space so that you can hear me and hear where I'm guiding you to go. Because this is the ultimate desire, is the 10 of Cups. In your life, with or without another person, it's peace, bliss, harmony, and happiness, and joy, okay? So it's like, you gotta throw your hands up. You're wanting to be victorious in overcoming. You know, some of you needed to set strong boundaries with people. Some of you it was in relationships. Some of you it was in regards to relationships and money. It's like, I don't know I don't know what's going to make me happy. I don't know what job's going to make me happy. I don't know where my home is. I don't know where my place is in life. I don't know where I belong. Oh, shit. Okay. Some of you, that's the case. Especially for those of you that have moved from home to home, or you don't have a sense of home. You don't know what it's like. You want to belong somewhere. You want to fit in. You don't know where that is. And that is what hurts the most. That's for some of you Libras. Okay. Let's move beyond this. Let's see what else we can get you. Wow. So some of my Libras, you're trying to force happy. You're trying to force friendships, force relationships. You're trying to hang on. You're trying to overdo it. You're overworking, overdoing it because you're trying to force connections or force happiness in relationships or employmentships or whatever. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're not truly happy, the universe, and it's not bad that you're doing it. I'm not judging you. You're telling me that you don't know where to belong. You want to feel like you belong somewhere. My Libras are trying to figure out where they fit in life. You're trying to find your true path, your true north. You're trying to find out where home is. Some of you maybe wanting to settle down. You're wanting to belong somewhere. Okay? It's a sense of belonging that I'm feeling underneath it all. Okay? I get it. I understand. Posture. I have to remember my posture. Fred gets on to me lately about my posture. I get it. I totally understand. If you've never experienced it, or you don't know. Maybe you've experienced the whole hell of a lot of life, and throughout that whole hell of a lot of life, you still don't feel like you fit in somewhere. You just want to find that fit. That place, that harmony and that happiness. And I'm going to tell you, there is no true purpose other than being happy, living in happiness and harmony, enjoy peace and bliss and ease and love. Those are the highest vibrations of all. That is the purpose. That is the journey. Okay? Some people find out what makes them happy a hell of a lot sooner than others. Some people are very simple. It doesn't take as much to make others happy. So I'm looking at a group of Libras that are really trying to figure out where they fit in life or where their happy is. You know, some of you have tried it multiple times, multiple jobs. You may have had many, many jobs, lived many, many places. You've experienced a whole bunch of life, which is why the universe said your experience is enough. You just need to take your own advice. Okay. So if we actually are going from there to your experiences in life, the life that you live up until every point, all of your life experiences are data saved by the universe, how you've responded to those experiences. It knows exactly what you do not know. It knows exactly what you do not want, and it knows more of what you do want and what you will enjoy more than yourself, but you've been trying to force it. You didn't know. You've been trying to figure it out yourself. Okay, so this year, we need to come to center, start opening up our heart space, and start trusting, because that's the issue. You lack trust. You have a trust issue. Some of you don't trust the universe. Some of you doubt yourself. Some of you have trust issues altogether, all the way around, because of some shit that happened to you in your past. And it could have been sexual abuse. It could have been childhood abuse, childhood traumas. It was, some of you, it's traumatic. I don't give a fuck. It could have went all the way back to your childhood. Okay. So this year, the shift needs to happen in your heart center. And once that shift happens, that's when your heart, your soul seat, the seat of your soul, expands. What's up, Kim? Oh, thanks, babe. You too. Once your souls expand, or once you, I love y'all. Once you connect back into your heart center and you feel it again, your soul is then back in charge, and then you are in alignment to hear where your heart is leading you to go. You have to trust that the universe knows exactly. You have to trust first that you've gone through enough to know what you will not experience again, what you do not want to experience again, and what the universe will guide you to and through moving forward. You have to have some trust healing. Just got to be some trust healing moments here in 2023, Libras. Healing the trust issues. How do we open up to love? How do we do this moving forward, 2023? How do we get a shift here for Libras in 2023? From this heartache, opening up this heart space so they can get their 10 of cups, whatever that is in their life, that is their true happiness and bliss and excitement in life. Their sense of belonging. Their sense of belonging matters most, Fred. How they get the shift. That's it. Okay. You need to recognize what you're doing. Okay. Again. Okay. You need to recognize what you're doing. You need to see it clearly, and you need to sever ties with it. All right. You're not sure. A lot of you get stuck when it comes to making choices. You're not really sure. You're stuck. A lot of you get stuck, you doubt yourself, or you're not really sure where to go or what to do. It makes you look indecisive, but it also makes you look immature. You've got enough experience in life to know what you want. Definitely what you don't want to experience again. But you have to see what you're doing. You're caught between a 2 and a 3. Planning it and waiting for it, or planning it and executing it. There's a lot of you that are getting stuck between the planning and the execution of something. I'm sorry, execution sounds really negative for some reason. The planning, the strategy, and the movement forward. It's almost as if you Don't, you plan it out, you set it up, and you're waiting. So then it either ends or it doesn't have. It's like you keep cycling through a 2 and a 3. The planning and the waiting. So you're so you're not hearing. I'm working this out. I'm sorry. So you are not hearing your next steps. So you are trying to manifest. A lot of you are setting your intentions for what you want. You're setting goals, you're setting intentions, but it's just not happening. Like, my ships do not come in. Those next steps of guidance do not come in. You're already telling me that. What's causing that is stress and overwhelmment, okay? Anxiety, nervousness. So some of you are having anxiety disorder, possibly. You would already know this. It would already be diagnosed. Some of you have just get overwhelmed and stressed out before you take the next step. What's up, Mary baby? Good morning. So things end. It's like as soon as it begins, it ends. Or it doesn't go any further. This could be, for instance, you're ready to make a move. And you get so stressed out that you don't actually leave. You get everything all planned out, everything all put together, but then you freak yourself out or you panic, and then you don't do it. Okay? Others of you, it's a failure to launch. It's a continual failure to launch. It could be failures of plans, failure of projects. It's like you get it in your mind, you get focused on it, and then you over-focus. And then it doesn't work out. It doesn't go any further. Okay? It's almost as if you plan it, you're ready for it, you freak the fuck out, and then you sever ties with it, and it ends. How many times does this happen? And it makes you look immature. It makes you look childish. It makes you look weak. And you are not that kind of person. You have more life experience than you could even remotely. You have enough experience in your life to be a friggin' hermit. That is a sage. That's somebody that's full of wisdom. Are you a perfectionist? Am I dealing with perfectionists? Oh, gosh. Okay, so we can have a little bit of OCD here. It's got to be perfect. Some of you may be anxiety, stress, overwhelmment, nervousness, nervous issues. And you cycle through these. This was the cycles that need to end this year. This is the closing out of the cycles for this year. This is what needs to close out. You're telling me right now, again, it's 10:55, January 11th. When I began this reading, it was 10:10, January 11th. It is now 10:55, January 11th. This is still a 10 and a 10. 10, 10, and 11. So that is funny that I checked the numerology and it's still a 10-10. So you are closing out these cycles. But it's cycles that, God, like, I think you fear the worst. Some of you may be OCD. You may have anxiety issues and stuff that cause you to panic and just shut shit down. Shut it down. 2 times. I sever ties with it. I cut ties with it. And I end things. So it makes you look indecisive. It makes you look immature and childish. Even though that's not who you are on a deeper level. So you want to correct this. A lot of you are tired of the fact that you make these plans and you want to manifest these things, but the manifestations come in negatively. They don't come in. Things show up for you the way you don't want them to. Something just keeps cycling. This is a pattern. This is something that is coming to a completion. It's coming to an end because you're wanting to end it. Like, I'll do whatever it takes to end this. I will do all of the work necessary. I will do whatever it takes. I will go to whatever lengths to fix it. Because this is not a great place to be. The Five of Pentacles. Some of you, you're out of a job. Some of you, it's jobs. Some of you keep doing this in jobs. You just keep getting to the same point in a job and then you leave. You can't figure it out. You don't know what it is you want to do. You don't know what it is you want to go. You don't even know where your future is headed, or maybe the future even scares you. That's possible. Okay? Some of you, it's in regards to work, but you're just like, I am willing to do whatever it takes. I will put every bit of effort into this to get it going forward, to just finally break through and get to something new. Get it going. Where is my future headed? A lot of you are scared of the future, or overthink things, or you have so much anxiety that the future scares you or stresses you out. And then I've got others here in the collective that are OCD. And if it don't look a certain way, it ain't happening. It's got to be a certain way. Look at your perfectionist. I would be a perfectionist. If it don't look a certain way, next. I know how to manifest. Nope. If it ain't coming in, then that means I ain't right. If it ain't coming in like I want it to or better, then it ain't right. Next. Let's try again. I'm a perfectionist. I want to perfectionize my manifestations. An older adult or a younger adult person, not child, somebody's child, that I know is a Libra. They are the anxiety Libra. And it is like, can't figure out what my future holds. I don't know what I want to do the rest of my life. Panic, freak out mode all the time. And everything continually happens. And it looks like it's on a yearly cycle for them where they can't stay longer than a year or two in a job. And it's happened for the last 5 or 6 years. It's just continual. This isn't what I want. I do great for a while, but then I get stressed out about it, overwhelmed by it, and it's not where I belong. So it's, again, a sense of a belonging. So that was just an example. All right, Fred, give us some motivation and some wordage moving forward, how my Libras can overcome this year to get new beginnings and to close out these patterns and cycles. Fred says some of you are feeling incomplete, like you're not enough. I can't do anything with that. That's got to be something you shift yourself, Libras. That's got to be a shift within yourself, Libras. Thanks, Fred, for backing me up on that one. If you are not feeling like you are worthy or you are not enough, you are never going to get those things you truly desire, or it's going to be a long time until you do. If you are unhappy and dissatisfied, you really need to look into why. Some of you may need counseling. Some of you may need medications if you have need for that. Some of you, it is a major or underlying sense of disapproval. Disapproval. So some of you may have been told that many times throughout your life that how you behave or who you are, what you do, it's, you know, it's a feeling of disapproval. Like people don't approve of who you are or how you do things or what you do. And you may not have ever even been told that. I disapprove of what you're doing or how you're doing it. That is a sense, it's an underlying sense of, some of you, it's a self-worth issue. It's a self-esteem issue. It's a self-worth issue. Thank you, Fred. Where you're feeling like you don't belong. That's a worthiness, self-worth issue. And that's something you have to work on yourself. You can work on it. You can manifest self-esteem and self-worth and self-confidence. But if you don't feel like you belong somewhere, or you have a sense of belonging, like I need a place, like you're always looking for something outside of yourself. You need to finally approve of who you truly are and accept yourself for who you are, how you are, and where you are. And until that happens, you will not get a shift. These deep dives ain't for the faint of heart. I'll just tell you that. Hey, everybody in the shadows, what's up? Please remember to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you enjoy the vibe or the messages. Some of you are on a spiritual journey. Some of you are embarking on one. They are not easy. Okay, they're messy. All right. Some of you may be beginning your spiritual ascension, but some of you need to remember that there still is, and there always will be, a universe. Trusting in the universe, trusting in your intuition, trusting in what? That the universe has your back. Lack of faith is a big deal. And some of you do not trust much of anything, especially the universe. You have lost faith in the universe, or you've never really truly connected to the divine. And it is time in 2023 for you, for your spiritual growth, for you to reach out and start actually expanding and trusting that you need to open up that heart space and connect to your soul source, your inner being, the universe, to guide you. Because when you lack trust on such a deep, deep level that could go back to childhood, depending upon all of the wounding that you may have experienced and the traumas. I love y'all. You've been getting through it. You've been getting through it. Just forcing life and getting through it. And it's not working anymore. Because this year, the universe wants you to finally unblock your heart space so you can truly feel love of yourself, and so that you can reconnect to or connect to spirit, so the spirit can finish guiding you to where it is you want to go, because you haven't been getting there yourself. All right. And what was that song? Reach out and touch faith. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know who that is. You know who I'm talking about. It's all about learning how to set your intentions. And all you have to do is say self, source, universe, sun, God, Buddha, whatever. I, Jesus, whoever. I want to open up my heart space. I want to hear my intuition more clearly. I want to hear your guidance loudly, clearly. I want to know you're there, and I want to connect to you, and it's creating a love relationship with your source. Sounds gross, but it's not. It's loving yourself enough to love yourself. And it's loving yourself enough to say, I trust there is something greater than myself. That is it. That is the message. That is the intention that you need to set. I trust that there is something greater than myself, and I intend to trust it, that it's guiding me to where I need to be, where I want to be, to where I belong. The rhythm of nature, the beauty of nature. Pay attention to nature this year. Some of you get out in nature this year. All of your signs from the universe are going to be coming from paying attention to nature this year. Okay? And don't forget to take care of yourself, your body, yourself, your temple, yourself, your body. Some of you have been fighting this for a while. Spiritual growth is messy. It's a natural ascension process. It's an awakening. Some of us fight it, and we don't understand it. And I get it. You're probably watching that. You're watching this. You probably understand it. But if you have people around you or friends or family that are going through these kinds of things, and it's really tough, they can't figure out why the universe is doing what they're doing, and they're really having a hard time belonging in life or getting to where they feel like they fit in somewhere. They're just not fitting in, and they're not in the groove of being happy, or they just keep repeating cycles over and over. They quit jobs, get jobs, quit jobs, get jobs, quit jobs, move here, move there, get jobs, quit jobs, move here, move there. They can't seem to get settled in. They can't settle in and find that. It's because there's a sense of self-worth that needs to be worked on. And there's a lack of trust in stability, or that life has got them. Okay? The universe has got you. Life is okay. You're safe, you're comfortable, you're secure. There's a lot of security issues there as well. So pay attention to nature this year, and look how nature works. Sun comes up every day, provides, vitamin D for our bodies, and all of the things that it does for all of our plants and animals and humans. Solar energy. Look at just that energy alone. See what you can notice, what signs you get from nature this year. You can tell when you're in alignment, when things start happening for you. If you get an owl come and sit by you, or anywhere near you, there's a message there for you. There's, pay attention to how the animals react to you, how things happen naturally in your life without you having to ask for it. That's the universe providing for you, because some of you need to work on your sense of security, your sense of worth, and your self-esteem here. And you've lacked. There is a sense of belonging that you've lacked. You want to belong somewhere. That's natural. You want to feel like you are a part of life and that you are comfortable in life. There is something underlining that, and it goes much deeper than I can get to. I mean, I can get to it, but I'm not psychologically, or I'm not psychological, or I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm not able to diagnose, okay? Again, it's all about setting your intentions. Some of you, there's a lot of forgiveness that you should consider working on don't beat yourself up for where you are, or for the fact that you've gone through these patterns and that you forced these issues and that you forced relationships, or that you didn't listen to your intuition, or that you didn't know better, or that you just can't get right. You just cannot feel. You feel like you don't belong, or that you can't get shit right. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. We all go through things we don't know. And if you need counseling, please get counseling. At least it might help you work through those processes to alleviate some stresses, especially those of you that have anxiety issues. Oh, God. It's okay to be where you're at and to feel how you feel. But for those of you that truly have anxiety issues, you stress a lot, there's a lot of overwhelmment, you should really consider counseling. Talking to your doctor. Be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. You are strong. You've already told me that you will bulldoze yourself through life just straight on determination and getting through and getting by. But the universe is asking you to soften up this year and to open up your heart space. Heal some trust issues. Maybe you've been mad at the universe for a while. Maybe you've been mad at people. Purification. It is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. That is what that forgiveness is as well. Forgive yourself for where what has happened in your life. I don't care. I know a lot of times we hold on to toxic, traumatic shit. You understand? Do not give those people or those situations, and even if you have a diagnosis, that is not who you truly are. That's just a diagnosis. That's not who you are. That's just what somebody said you have. That is a condition. That is not who you are as a person. Conditions can be overcome. Okay? All conditions can be overcome. Yes, even death. Because you don't die. You just look different. Your 3D body dies, but your energy cannot be destroyed. Once created, energy cannot be destroyed. So you just look different. Okay? You run faster. Whatever. Really fast, actually. Okay. So I need you this year, Libras, to be in love with yourself. Be in love with life, or try to find things in life to be in love with. Connect with nature, your natural surroundings. Pay attention to the signs that you get in nature. Pay attention to the rhythm of nature. This year is about having compassion for yourself and forgiveness for yourself for whatever you've gone through. You have the strength to overcome any damn thing, especially this. So if you're wanting to and ready for a place to belong, the place to first belong is here within self. And once you love yourself truly, and you truly slow down and love yourself with compassion and what you've gone through, been through, okay? Then, and you forgive people and things in your life, and even yourself for the shit that you continually tried to overcome things, and you tried to experience life. You've experienced life. But whatever it is you're holding on to underneath it all, or whoever you blame, or whoever did whatever to you, that's what you need to work on this year. It's trust issues, opening up your heart space. So, it's knowing that the universe has got you. Some of you have doubts that the universe exists, or that the universe, maybe it's having, I'm telling you, some of you it is trust issues with the universe. We have infinite supply. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Some of you are, it's almost as if you're trying to make happy happen, or you're trying to fit in, or you're trying to belong, or you're trying so hard to make your future happen that it's causing you stress. You don't have to. You will never be without, and you just have to have a minute, tiny little amount of faith that the universe provides for you. And once you get that shift, that's called faith. And once you have that faith, that's a tiny little shift that has to happen. It has to happen. Like, oh gosh, you know, let's look at it from a nature perspective. Let's look at the signs. Birds always have food. Oh, that's animals. Well, we're animals. We're creatures. Okay? Money was created by men. We're part of nature. We're a natural animal. Okay? Well, the deer and the antelope and, you know, the buffalo and all of those things, they always have something to eat. They find shelter in the storms. They find shelter in the cold and in the heat. They know how to do those things. I'm not saying you got to go live in nature and, you know, be wild and free, although you could be. What I'm saying is the universe provides for all creatures. And those creatures can't speak, and they can't ask the universe for something. They do it with their vibration. Their stomach is hungry. That vibration goes out. Oh, I'm hungry. The universe provides them with the guidance to guide them to where the water is, where the food is, to where the sun is when they want a sun, the sand to roll around in. You understand what I'm saying? Nature provides all things for all of the creatures. Okay? There is an infinite supply. It's almost as if you're running and trying and doing, and you're trying to get your future, and you're trying to get your happy, and you're trying to do this, you're trying to struggle, and you're struggling, determined, and there's nothing, there's no end. There's no end. You're trying to get to an end point as if you're about to run out. There's no running out. You will always be provided for. There will always be more money. There will always be more jobs. There will always be more. Okay? There will always be more relationships. There will always be more people. There will always be more life experiences. Nothing is finite. Okay? So it's just having the understanding and that a little bit of faith that you can do this too. If you're that determined to try and make shit happen in your life, I need you to take a breath, take a step back, and realize that you are provided for. But your trust issues, for some of you, go pretty deep. And some of you have some people to forgive. Maybe yourself, maybe others. Okay? So this year is about you knowing your strength, having faith in the universe, detoxifying your body and your mind because you've just been so overwhelmed mentally about all of it. It's coming to an end of these cycles of overwhelmment, lack of faith, stress. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. That starts with you first. Okay? There is love and there is light within every one of us. Whether or not they show it, that's their business. But you can reach a place of compassion for yourself, and that will switch so much for you moving forward in 2023. All right? So this year is about you opening up your heart space again for the first time in a long time. Maybe you've been guarded, maybe you've been blocked, and have a little bit of faith in the fucking universe that it'll get you what you want, what you need, and you have a 10 of Cups potential. It's what you're asking for because of all of the things you've experienced. Even if it is with or without a person, 10 of Cups is true bliss and happiness on this 3D. It's happiness and joy on a level that is truly full and expansive and replenishing, continuing to go right around. More than enough to give. So whatever you got going on, and for those of you that truly do need to reach out to a counselor, please do that. I love you all. Them's the words, them's the messages. Universe wants you to work on yourself this year in 2023 and focus on self-love, self-esteem, your sense of security, your sense of stability, and you can work on these and manifest these. Self-esteem and self-worth. All right. Very important. I love you all. Them's words, them's message. I hope that you enjoyed the show. This was pretty intense, Libra. I did not expect this to happen. You never know what you're going to get here. You never know when you give Fred that go ahead, the universe is going to give the messages that most everybody needs in the collective. If you would like a private reading with me, my information is in the description box below. Remember to check out my book, Oh Please Be Your Own Hero. Link is in the description. The only way you can schedule with me is through my website. I have time in January still left open. If you would like to do that, get in there and schedule it. Until next time, y'all, I'm Feather. Thanks for hanging out. Namaste.